What up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of kevmacvideos, True Stories. Welcome to another episode of kevmacvideos, True Stories. Today I'm going to try to do something a little different. I'm going to try to give you a three-part story, but you'll have to watch all three in order to understand and appreciate the story. This episode takes place during the 1990s, right there at the house on the 5400 block of Eileen Avenue. I have an older sister that moved to Regent Street in Inglewood, east of La Brea Avenue. That was about a 10-minute walk from her house to Rogers Park, where the neighborhood Pyrus hung out at. You may remember the NHP story at the Fox Hill Mall. Now the guy is like their Superman. You hear all these wild, crazy stories about him. He's a rep, no doubt, over there in their hood. After that incident, I had several run-ins with Nagai Anderson, aka Big Dulo from NHP. So in 1994, I find out my niece is dating Nagai. I remember Cowboy got into it with him at my house one day. Cowboy, Nipsey Hussle, Lil Kevmac, Thundercat. Yeah, he get into it with him one night. And then my brother tells him, "Fool, you can't be coming over here. What it look like if I go over there?" And Dulo tells him, "You could come through." So him and my brother, as crazy as my brother is, this is another crazy incident. My brother and him form a bond and a relationship to where my brother is going to the NHPs, crib down, hanging out with them. I tell you, that dude is something else, man. Bro is something else, but nevertheless, as the saying goes, it's a blessing to have strong enemies. And at some point in 94, she ends up moving with us, moving with her grandmother, my mom's. And that's when I become more acquainted with this character from NHP. I go away in 95, 96. I come home at the end of 97. My mother had passed while I was gone. And so now I'm at the house. Basically, it's my domain, but my sister's there, her kids are there, whatever. In and out, you know what I mean? My niece happened to be in prison at this time. But now she comes home from prison and she's spending a lot of time over there at the house. Her daughter and my daughter are now going to school together. So we might be talking 1999. And now she's dating Tricky from Inglewood family. They end up getting together, had 2 kids together. And I don't really know nothing about this dude. I don't even know this dude. Don't want to know this dude. Always feeling some type of way about the guys that my niece chose from the other side, because that's who she ran with. She ran with the 7-7 Inglewood families, NHPs and all them type of cats, right? Now, I'm not sure the sequence of events, but there were several attempts of assassinations on my life. One day I'm out in the front yard. I got this Billy Sims Detroit Lion jersey on. And I'm looking up the street, facing 54th Street. I don't see anything unusual, just normal activity, although I'm not focused on anything in particular up the street. A car goes by, it's like a blur. And I hear a pop, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's PTSD. I don't know what's going on. I ain't been home that long, ain't got no enemies. I don't know what that's about. I go into the house. Baby mama notices something's wrong. She like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing." She said, "What was that noise?" I don't know. I'm trying to figure out myself. So we stay in the house for a little while, and finally she said, "Well, I'm leaving." So she goes on to her house. She got a spot over there on Normandy in 36. Me and Tricky, we haven't had no run-ins, no skirmishes, no arguments, no nothing, right? We basically don't even look each other's way. And one day I'm out in the front yard and I hear some noise across the street. Now it's dark. It's dark. I'm getting ready to pack up. go over to baby mom's house with the kids, and I look and I see two dudes in the bushes across the street from my house. One of them had a little patch of red, kind of like those red, white, and blue feeler jackets, but I noticed some red. I don't think nothing about no bloods or nothing like that, because like I said in one of the other stories, our street was relatively quiet. And they stepping on leaves and shit, so I'm hearing these leaves, and I can't figure out what the hell is going on. And then somebody get off on me. Hit our little porch. Don't hit nothing but the porch. Take a little small chunk out the porch. I'm like, damn, who was that? What was they busting on me for? So, all right, so fast forward, another incident. In between the auditorium, the school auditorium, and the school classrooms, the building, there was a gap, and there was an entrance. And there was always an echo from over there. I guess from living there over the years, you kind of know your environment and you hear things that other people normally wouldn't hear. But I could hear the footsteps, I could hear any keys. I could always hear when somebody was over there. So this particular day, I hear a noise over there. Maybe it's the janitor, maybe it's some students or teachers, I don't know. I look, I don't see shit. I'm playing with my speaker box in my car, and boom, somebody take a shot. And I'm like, damn, they hit the house next to me. Kind of where I was standing at, but a bad aim. All right, whatever. Maybe it wasn't even a gun. Maybe they threw a rock. I don't know what's going on, man. But these incidents are spread out. They're not like every day or every week. But these are incidents where people taking pop shots at me. We also have some type of inner conflict going on in the hood, and who knows who them dudes was in the bushes. So the homeboy Big Ed lived on Alviso, the other side of the school, the back of the school. Ed had been in like the Marines or the Army or some shit before, right? And so I know Ed is on deck and he probably legally can have arms and that type of stuff. And one day I call Ed, like, Ed, you see anybody on the other side of the school? He's like, nah. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So them dudes got away clean. They got lucky, so to speak. And that's just one more incident of me thinking somebody's shooting at me, not 100% sure if these are aimed at me. Maybe I'm being naive. Some may not even have been shots. I don't know. But one hit the house, one hit the porch. So I know for sure twice somebody tried to bust on me. Whether these dudes are casting stones at me, shooting with pellet guns, or busting on me with rifles and 22s, I'm obviously being targeted. They obviously know where I live at. They obviously know where to find me. But what always have confused me is my neighbors will call the police on me in a heartbeat. But anytime somebody else come on the block with some crazy activities, the police never come. You know, if there was some type of conspiracy theory, I would think they was all working hand in hand. I would think the neighbors said, come on, come over here, get on him, and we won't tell on you. But, you know, there's no conspiracy here. Now, I remember my niece getting into it with her sister-in-law and mother-in-law, and, you know, they had some physical altercation, and I got it Tricky and told Tricky that shit ain't cool. You got kids by her. These kids are their family, and this shit ain't cool. You should stop this shit. Like, it just ain't cool. Nevertheless, couple more light incidents after that by the unknown. I don't know who these guys are. It's always up the street or across the street, never from down the street. And you gotta think this is strategic because down the street, the Brumleys will probably see him or know something. The homie Baby Cal's father down there and his family down there, they damn sure would let me know what was going on. And we had a homegirl, Bridget, down the street. We had people on the street that would have informed me or gave me intel or bust on these dudes if they seen something that wasn't right. So it's just a lot of going on in my mind, but being fresh out and get out, and basically my mind is on hustling and raising pigeons and raising kids. I don't see why I'm being targeted. Or maybe I'm just losing it. I don't know what's going on in my mind, but I never really talked to kids' mom about it. Never really told the homies about what was going on, because I'm trying to figure out what is going on and who this might could be. Now in September 2000, I'm due to get off parole. So about 2 months, maybe 3 months before I get off parole, I'm sitting at home, me, my sister, my kids, and this woman named Sean Ford. And we're in the living room, we're kicking it. Now I'm gonna go shower, and then I'm gonna get the hell out of there. I'm taking the kids and their mother to a baseball game. Instead, the sheriff ruined my day and my night. The kids are running in and out the house freely, playing in the front yard, and our doors are open. The wooden doors open all the way, and the bar gate is unlocked. All of a sudden, I hear screaming, and I hear boots running across the wooden floor, and I'm like, damn, oh shit. I hear them yelling, get down, get down. Somehow, some way, they knew I was in the bathroom already. They telling me to come out. I'm like, man, I'm not coming out till y'all put them guns down. And they still telling me to come out. So I say, look, I'm gonna lay down and I'm gonna open this door, man, so don't shoot. So I lay down, open up the door, and they come in and they gaffle me up. I go to jail. When I get to the county jail, it's a green light on the rolling 60s. I run across the homie Lil K-Dog, and Lil K-Dog informs me to be careful. Mexican Mafia has a green light on all rolling 60s in the county jail. I go in the cell with the homeboy Shadow. Welcome to another episode. kevmacvideos. True story. Now Shadow was only like 5'8", maybe 5'9", right? He kept these cornrows, 6 braids to the back in his head, or he kept the plaid braids in his head. And he worked out every day. He would go to the weight pile and get his buff on. He had some nice chest, nice stomach. He had a little bit of back arms for a little guy. He had the hood blasting on him, tattooed up. Remember Shadow and Shitty D got into it in Tehachapi. Shadow's in there, a dude from 5'8" in there, and I think the other dude might have been from 5'5". 4-man cell, and they bringing me up to date, telling me about all the drama in there and how they had got with a Southsider in there and how the Southsiders was smashing all these blacks that had been coming up in there, man. Man, that shit was crazy, but it felt good to be in there and know, like, us, we gonna stick together, and it showed me something. Them hoods that ain't green lighted, they is not finna roll with you, homie. They finna leave you on your own, man. And when you see a black on the tier with a Mexican, the blacks is telling the brother, get him. Some blacks telling him to watch out. But I didn't see none of that attacking. The 3 days I was in there, I didn't see no attacking. I didn't see blacks getting on the Mexicans or Mexicans getting on the blacks. And that happens sometime in war too. Like you have a cool off period and you get a hot period. Cool off hot, cool off hot. But the homie K-Dog, the way K-Dog was looking, his whole demeanor and the spiel that he gave me, I knew it was going down. I knew it was something serious. And Shadow confirmed it. I got a little money at this time. So the baby mama, my niece, and my sister, they bailed me out. I bail out before Monday. The homies allegedly got green lighted because the Southsiders were smashing on all the blacks coming up in this particular module. I believe on the 2000 floor. And one of our homies got at them dudes and was like, look, man, no more. Like, y'all not finna be attacking no more blacks while I'm up in here. And it continued. And so the homie run up in the cell and he busts on them. The homie get off on like 2 of them. I don't know if I wasn't there, so I don't know if it was 2 at the same time or 2 separate incidents. But they immediately put that green light on us, man. And it didn't last that long. So now I'm out on the street. I got some business in the street that I need to take care of. I actually got some business at the house that needs to get taken care of. So I'm out and I'm able to handle everything I need to handle. Parole officer tells me they coming to get me or I could turn myself in. I don't want to turn myself in to a possible life sentence. So I'm trying to talk to the parole officer and actually figure out what's going on. But he's telling me, man, best thing you could do is turn yourself in. So I go get a lawyer like always. I get some advice from the lawyer before we hire him. And I go turn myself in. When I get back to the county jail, all the talk is how Baby S-Mac got down with the South Side, how Baby S-Mac stayed down shitty and got cool squabbles. Baby Shiny Mac got the cool squabble. I seen Baby S-Mac from his put on to fights in the street, rumbles, racial. Baby S-Mac got hands, man. Through some crazy court proceedings, lieutenant lying on the witness stand, I beat the case, but I don't beat the violation. So now I gotta serve a violation. I'm in the county jail on the 9,000th floor, like 9,300, and I run across this dude named Lil Spider from Inglewood Family. Cliffhanger. If you want to see the rest of the story, you got to watch part 2 and you got to watch part 3 so you get the full story. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're a regular, you know what to do. Click the like button and leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button so you can get the rest of the story. And you can critique my storytelling. I'm trying to do things a little bit different, but I appreciate you all. Man, y'all stay safe out there. Peace and salute.
Sitting reminiscing about the days of way back. Big kid dollar folders, gun holders with the gym on the rollers. Keep taking the fire, but the dope shots don't make dollars. It don't make sense.